Just a bit of background. We are investors in MyPal, and when you invest money, there has to be past a conviction, right? You form what we call as a form like a thesis to say, yes, this is what the future is going to be, and this is a worthwhile company and a team for us to invest with. That's a bit of background. When MyPal came to us, I think we were also looking for some core issues that somebody had to solve for India. So when you solve for India, one of the pieces that you have to realize is that our youth strength is very high. It's actually growing, right? So we talk about the demographic dividend that the country is going to have. We won't actually develop to anything unless we have people who are prepared to enter into whatever workforce that they want or whatever way they want to work through, which means our future lies in educating them appropriately. The biggest problem we face there is that we have not enough teachers. I mean, just like we don't have enough people, we don't have enough good teachers for us to be able to address this. Now, the worldwide standard will tell you that you have to have a ratio of one teacher for every 35, 40 kids. That is, you'll get everybody come to that, which is impossible for a country of our size, and that is as diverse and as geographically dispersed as ours. So we were looking for a model where I would leverage the digital process without losing any of the physical contact that you have when a teaching is being delivered, right? When somebody is delivering a class, there's obviously a whole lot of relationship being built, and somebody is face to face. You know the facial signs, you know the action, you know how that is getting accepted. That is one. The second one is also trying to do this on a broadcast model, right? Whether you put it on a TV or you go and say that I will do a pure web class, in our opinion, is not a really workable model, because that assumes that a recipient is ready to receive and assumes that is a one-on-one teaching or learning. Our experience tells us differently. When I'm sitting and listening to two other students asking questions, I'm not only learning from what is being taught by the teacher, I'm also learning in a social context of what the others are working. So to build all of this, we thought that the way MyPal was going out to combine physical and the digital was a great way for us to go back and take a bet on. Digital is a given. Everybody is talking about digital. Whether you go and talk to people who say I do broadcast, they will do purely digital university kind of a model. We have to assume that there are two problems that we have to solve. One is a problem of reach, which means that I have to reach the remotest parts and deliver good quality teaching, right? So reach is a problem. Now, for reach, the easiest way to reach there is digital. That's one. The second one is scale, right? If I can manage only 40 or 50 kids, if I can, as a teacher, I can deliver quality education only to 40 or 50 kids, then the whole, if I solve the reach problem, I will not solve the scale problem. That means I cannot have a teacher go to the tier 3, tier 4 city or an upcoming center and say, I will want to deliver good education. So while the digital problem can solve the reach, for scale, we have to go and figure out a technology of how do I scale? And there, the metric is very simple. I should be able to take it from one good teacher to a 40 student ratio to hopefully a 400 student ratio, a 10x jump. And even if it's a 5x jump in the next year and a half, and then we shoot to do a 10x, then we have a great model that can both scale and that can provide global reach. So one, there's always been, I've always had two people that I always tell students, whether it is where I go to take a few classes that I've taken before or otherwise. First and foremost, be curious, be amazingly curious, because every day is something new, right? So whatever I learn or read today, there is always going to be something new coming up tomorrow. So unless I inculcate this process of being curious or trying to figure this out for myself, I don't think I'll ever be able to keep up with the movement that is happening. So first is to be curious. The second one is also utilize the content that is available in the way that I want to consume, right? Earlier, the control was on content. Today, there is absolutely no control on content. You will get content not right from YouTube to Insta. You'll get even things like TikTok. You'll get content in plentiful, right? So it's no longer a control content model. It's my ability to absorb, in which case I have to be now discerning on where I'm going to spend my time, right? Because there is one factor that you are not.
Yes.
Time is a limiting factor in all of this, right? I have to have so much time. I can't obviously be looking at something. So how do you develop this prioritization to say, what is it that I'm going to absorb today? And how am I continually going to learn? I think if you can figure that out, the rest of it will take care of itself.